Day one in DC. We had to figure out how to run the train / subway.
Trains are so scary. Ellie, she looks like a princess. Anyway.
Which turned out to be way easier and way more user-friendly than the PATH train in New Jersey and New York. So we were excited about that. It was nice, it was clean, it was easy. And our first task was to get to the White House by 10 o'clock for our 10 a.m. tour. So just a little bit of pressure there, but we did. And we had to go through lots of security, 3 different checkpoints. There was a lot of things that involved, but it was neat. The White House was really cool. My favorite was the China room, where they had all the different China settings of each president. They just don't let you in there. You have to kind of peek in, and that's the best you get. The other room that was super cool was the East, I think it's called the East State Room, and it's like where Abraham Lincoln and JFK were laid after they were assassinated, so that people could come pay their respects. That was kind of a neat room to see. And all the rooms were beautiful, so that was super fun. And then after we did that, we had lunch at Chick-fil-A in Chinatown, and then we split up. Court took Michaela to the Air and Space Museum, and I took the big girls to the Bible Museum, and both were awesome. And that took the rest of our day. So that was day one.
So just a little update on day number 2 in Washington, D.C., even though we are now at Assateague State Park in Maryland, which is awesome. We just left Washington. First thing we did on day number 2 in D.C. was to go to the Capitol. We did a Capitol tour, and we had Nate as our Capitol guide. A super good guy from Sioux Falls. Did an amazing job. We felt like we were insiders because of the tour that he gave us. Yeah, it was really cool. We started over in the, gosh, I can't remember the name of the building, but was not at the Capitol, and we rode this little train underneath, which was super awesome, and then went around and got to go in these tunnels underneath, and then went over to the Capitol, which was super cool. So that was a great tour. Went in Thune's office, got to have a little candy from in there, and then just had a really cool experience with that. So Nate hooked us up there. After that, we went to Arlington Cemetery. And the main thing we did there was watch the changing of the guard.
Forward! Out! Guards! Halt! Forward! Up! Ready! Face!
I think we hit that at 1 o'clock. We were running late because our tour ran late. We had to kind of book it to get there in time to watch the changing of the guards. So we got there just in time, and we got to see that, which was super cool. I had seen it before, and it was super awesome to see again. So that was really cool. Then after that, we did go to the Holocaust Museum, which was really good. Very, obviously hard to see all that. It was definitely an emotionally draining experience, but also rewarding as well. And just glad that we could go and see that. First, we stopped at Baskin Robbins and got some ice cream, and then went home and finished out our evening in preparation for day 3, which was going to be going to see all the monuments and everything else. So yeah, day 2 was super good. The Capitol tour was definitely a highlight. Being able to see all the kind of inside stuff and just the amazing architecture and everything else. So super cool. So that was day number 2.
It's day 18. Caitlin, how do you feel?
I'm actually more tired, tired than I was the other 2 days. But this is our 3rd day in DC.
Mm-hmm.
And the other 2 days I've been running off of 6 or 7 hours of sleep. But today we got more. I don't know how much more, but more.
Yes.
But I think I still need coffee.
Michaela, how are you feeling?
Good. My
Good?
hair looks bad because I just went in the water, so I'm trying to brush it.
Why were you in the water?
Because our campsite has a splash pad.
So
We got a
fun.
cool campsite.
Mom, how are you feeling?
Feeling good. This is our last day taking a subway. I think we're all ready for that part to be done.
Yeah.
But we have a few more cool things to see in DC, and that's going to be fun too.
Dad?
I'm feeling great. It's Monument Day, and I like the subways here compared to other places that we've ridden the subways. They're very easy.
They are much better here than
And,
New York. That is true.
Oh yeah.
Good to get around on. We've had some fun. It's been very clean, very nice. DC has a very good vibe to it. So I just say this, ask not what your family can do for you, but what you can do for your family.
Okay.
Ellie's gonna tell us what she's excited about. Go ahead, Ellie.
Well, we're going to DC for the 3rd day, and every time we've been there, we've gotten off at the archives, like stop on the subway, but we've never actually been inside the archives building, which is where they had the Declaration of Independence and stuff, and that's where I want to go. So we're gonna do that. I don't know, otherwise we're just seeing the memorials and stuff, so I'm excited.
Okay, so this is our 3rd day in DC, and we did quite a bit today. So our campsite has like a splash pad and like mini golf. So us as a family like went to go do the mini golf. We found out that there's a splash pad also in this campsite, so I wanted to go there. So Ellie took me. So after that, we kind of like went to this building thingy, and there's like a really long line for it. So it kind of took us a while to get in there. But it had like the Declaration of Independence in there, and then all this other stuff, so we got to like look at that. So like after that, we went to go get dinner at this really good restaurant. We went to a restaurant and stuff. We got to sit outside, which was good and bad because the bees kept bothering us and catching us take our drinks. But it was really good. And then after that, we I don't know what they're called, but we saw like these like towers, kind of like we saw like the Washington Tower. So it was like really tall, think white. That was really pretty. And then we went to the other one, which was
We're at the World War II Memorial. Just one of the most beautiful memorials in DC. One pillar for every state, and then the 2 main pillars on each side of the coffin. One is engraved Pacific, and the other is engraved Atlantic.
saw that sunset. Oh my gosh, it was so pretty. Then we went to the Lincoln Memorial. And after the Lincoln Memorial, we were walking to the last one, which was the Jefferson Memorial.
We're on our way to the Jefferson Memorial. Just looking at how pretty the Washington Memorial is in the distance. And listening to all the sirens, to which Court says, the sirens just add a little ambiance. We're at the, no we're not, we're at the Jefferson Memorial. It's kind of the coolest because it's the prettiest. And Jefferson is kind of awesome, but they all are. These are some of his most famous. This is my family. We seem slightly weakened by the journey to get here.
But it's cold.
And then, most of that, we finally went home. And that was pretty much our day. Bye.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.